with World's Cup of Joe, Awaken Your Soul. It's the middle of the night, but I really felt compelled to share my evening with you guys because we're all on this journey together, and I want you to know that, as most of you who've been watching for a while know, I'm in a permanent relating experience with my person, and I'm happy to say that for the most part, I balance really well, but I'm not perfect, and tonight was one of those moments. I pushed, I got triggered, immediately went to mind, I pushed, and he pulled instantaneously. It was devastating. The energy that came about because of it was addictive. It was obsessive. When he left the room, he went downstairs to sleep. And when I went to try to talk to him, he asked to be alone. He didn't want me to be near him. And I went back upstairs, laid down in bed, and I wanted so desperately to go down and try to fix things. And it took everything I had last night to sit with that energy, to sit and feel it, and to really try to come back to present and focus on me and aligning with soul. So that's what I did. I couldn't sleep. I put on meditations. I put on books on tape, and I just sat and kept trying to come back to present. And I came to the conclusion that our person is there. The triggers that come up for us, through them are some of our deepest fears. And there is a need to surrender to the fear in order for us to be able to not have those triggers anymore. So, for example, tonight, the instance that came up, and it immediately put me into mind. It just is, and I realized that my person is there. Our people, our twins are there in our lives. Joanne will say it all the time, they're a byproduct, but part of their purpose, part of the reason soul brought them to us, whether we're separated with them or not, whether we're in a permanent relating experience like myself, soul brought us them so they can help uncover these triggers that are really just deep-rooted fear-based energies. And for us to be able to surrender to those fears, it has nothing to do with that person. Last night, he was just a catalyst to bring out the fear I have, but my fear is always there, whether he's there or not, whether the discussions we have are there or not. My fear has just been one that's so deep rooted in me from childhood. So his purpose one of them was to show me that I need to surrender to that fear. And so tonight was a huge eye-opener for me. It was a painful eye-opener, as this journey usually is, with the most significant leveling up and oscillations that occur within us. They're painful because we are being confronted by fears that have just been so deeply rooted in us, and we're scared to surrender to them. We're scared to trust the universe. And so tonight, I wanted to just say it's okay. It's okay if you have these moments. I had it. Joanne has them. We all have them. No one's perfect in this journey. We have our times that we get into mind, we push, but it is our responsibility as the awakened one to come back to soul. And you can only do that by being present. I went to bed tonight, and by the time I finally fell asleep, I was present. I did whatever I could. I looked at the wall. I looked at the wood beams in my house. I looked at everything around to come back to present and get out of my mind, to stop crying and focusing on past, and to come back to present. We've got this. We're all on this journey together. Joanne and I are here for you guys. We love you. And I'm only sharing this because I really hope that it helps someone else and helps someone else know that they're not alone in this journey. And I do want to make the point that the reason I'm whispering is because my person came back. And I know it's because I was able to come back to present and align with soul. He came back to bed in the middle of the night, put his arm around me and squeezed my hand. I know if I were asleep, I would have looked to him to ease the pain that the addictive energy brought out within me. Instead, I was able to fix it by sitting with it and focusing on being present. That's what this journey is about. It is a balancing journey daily. Even if you're in a permanent correlating experience, this is work day in and day out because you're working on yourself. This is about your ascension. They're merely there to open your eyes to things you still need to work on. This is all about you. It's always been about you. I love you guys.